All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about a $10 billion bet that could completely reshape the future of AI. A massive hardware giant is stepping into the ring, and their move reveals the single biggest challenge holding AI back right now.
Yeah, you heard that right. $10 billion. We're talking about a colossal investment that basically announces a brand new heavyweight is jumping into the ring. And they're not just here to play, they are aiming for the very top.
So, who's making this huge play? The company is SK Hynix. And listen, they're not just investing money. They're launching a brand new AI solutions company, and they're basing it right here in the US. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. You've got SK Hynix, who, by the way, are already world leaders in memory chips. They're launching this new US-based company that's going to be focused entirely on AI. For now, it's tentatively called AI Company. The official name is coming later. This news, which just dropped, is a very deliberate and, frankly, significant move.
Okay, so you might be wondering, why is a memory chip maker making such a massive play in the whole AI space? And that's a great question. To really get it, we need to talk about what is probably the single biggest roadblock in the entire AI industry today, the memory bottleneck.
You know, the race for AI dominance is it's absolutely fierce right now. Every major tech company you can think of is in an all-out sprint to get to the top. But here's the thing, as their AI models get smarter and more complex, they are all, and I mean all of them, slamming headfirst into the very same wall.
And this really gets to the core of the problem. See, you can design the smartest, most brilliant AI in the world, but it's completely useless if it's starved for data. It just grinds to a halt. It hits that performance bottleneck. And that's why these high-end memory chips, they're not just another component. They are the key that unlocks AI's real potential.
The magic technology at the heart of all this is something called HBM, which stands for High Bandwidth Memory. Now, the easiest way to think about it is like a multi-lane superhighway for data, instead of a little country road. SK Hynix is one of the pioneers in this stuff, and HBM is just absolutely essential for feeding these incredibly data-hungry AI systems that we're all starting to rely on.
So, okay, SK Hynix has the core tech, right? They've got the HBM, but their strategy is way bigger than just making chips, and it all starts with a massive, massive financial commitment.
Just look at that number, $10 billion. This isn't just an investment, you guys. This is a declaration of intent. SK Hynix is putting its full financial power behind this new venture to really cement its leadership in this new AI era.
And they're not just throwing money around either. The plan is actually incredibly strategic. They're going to be investing in other up-and-coming AI companies, they're going to be collaborating with partners to build a whole powerful AI ecosystem, and they're going to create synergy with the other companies in their SK group. But here's the crucial point. This whole thing is about building a network to dominate the entire AI data center space.
All right, now for the second piece of the puzzle. And honestly, this part is pretty clever. It's all about a corporate restructuring that basically lets them hit the ground running at full speed.
So how are they moving so fast? Well, instead of building a whole new company from scratch, which would take forever, they're cleverly restructuring a US company they already own called Solidim. So the original Solidim entity gets renamed and becomes this new AI hub. Meanwhile, its really successful SSD business, that gets spun off into a new company so the brand can live on. It's a super smart corporate reshuffle that just lets them get started right away.
So, with the money in place and the corporate structure all sorted out, what does this all actually mean? Well, this move kind of pulls back the curtain and reveals a much bigger picture about where the entire AI industry is headed.
Okay, this is the big takeaway right here. SK Hynix is transforming itself from just a component supplier into a full-service, end-to-end AI solutions provider. Think of it like this. Instead of just selling you the engine parts, they want to sell you the entire custom-tuned, high-performance engine all ready to drop right into your AI data center. This signals a huge shift. The real battle for AI's future might not be happening in the software code, but in the actual hardware that runs it. And that leaves us with this really fascinating question for the future, right? For years and years, all the focus has been on the AI software, the models, the code. But as moves like this one show, none of that stuff works without the hardware underneath. So as we look forward, you really have to ask yourself, are we entering an era where the companies that build the foundation become the true kings of the AI kingdom? It's definitely something to think about.